episode of Conversations with LaQuisha. I'm your host, LaQuisha Williams, and on today's show, we're going to be talking about that big dream that you have. And a couple of weeks ago, my purpose partners and I went on our librarian lunch, Mind Expansion Social, and I came across this book by Bruce Wilkinson. You must get it, guys. I am not done reading it, but it is so interesting. I can't put it down. And it's called The Dream Giver. Are you living your dream, or are you just living? Ask yourself that question. Are you ordinary, or are you extraordinary? Are you average, or are you above average? Are you a chicken, or are you an eagle? Are you ready to leave the land of ordinary and go into unfamiliar territory? Many of us are so comfortable in being familiar because we want to be with our friends, our old friends. We want to be with our family members. We want to continue going to places where we used to go. But I'm telling you, if you want to live that big dream, you're going to have to take some big steps. You're going to have to take some quantum leaps so that you can have, be, and do all that you were called to do. This week, give yourself permission to dream big. Dream the biggest dream that you can ever think or imagine. And you know what? I said on a couple shows previously that it's possible. But you will have to get out of just being comfortable. There's a saying that says your comfort zone is your danger zone. If you are comfortable doing the same things all the time, going the same routine, then you're going to be in big trouble. You have to shift some things. Take a detour. Take another direction. There's no time to be going around in circles and hanging around the same old folk who are not stretching you and pushing you higher. Give yourself permission. A lot of us, I've discovered, are afraid to move on because of fear. Knowing that fear is only false evidence appearing real. Those things that we are afraid of, because things that, oh, nobody has ever done it in my family. There's no millionaires in my family. There's no one has ever went to school or graduated from school. Everyone lives in the hood. Everyone does not know what it is to have a family. Excuses, excuses, excuses. We talk ourselves out of those things so that we can stay comfortable. We want to stay in the shallow waters, but this week it's time for you to launch into the deep. Last September, I hosted a business symposium called Take the Quantum Leap. Whatever that is, you have to take a leap. Take that leap of faith and do something that will change your life forever. That your future self will say, thank you. A few years ago, I skydived. I never thought that I was going to be able to do it. But I knew that I said something inside of me saying that you can do it. Now, when I shared it with other people, family members and friends, oh, I would never do that. That's not for me. You do know how many people get injured or die from that? But you know what? No one had ever said that, you know how many people did it and survived? And there's many people surviving versus driving a car every day. There's accidents happening every day. But you know what? We are afraid. We are afraid to take that next step. And listen, if you want to hang with the eagles, you have to let go of the chickens. Birds of a feather flock together. Those friends and those people that you want to associate with, they want you to stay right where they're at. So if your friends and the people that you associated with are not challenging you to be better, only you know that. Not even your mom who had you for 9 months know what it is that you want to do. But those friends, they're good if you can sit under a tree and talk, if you can just gossip and talk about Scandal, all other reality shows, whatever it is. But what else to life is to just talk about shows, reality shows. There's so much out there. The world is so much bigger than your 35-mile radius. Are you willing this week to go to a networking event? Are you willing to make that phone call? Are you willing to send that email? Yes. You never know. If someone tells you no, just think of no, N-O, as next opportunity. That just means that person was not the one to be with you in that season. It's okay. I realize that not everybody is going to be with me. So some ordinary people, if they feel like, hey, I'm not ready to go with you, LaQuisha, they're going to stay. But you know what? I'm going to still love them. You can love from a distance. But you have to keep on moving. Keep it moving. Call on Kim. You guys remember Kim? Call on her. She's waiting for you. And the thing is, you want to set your angels on assignment and say, you know what? God, this is going to be tough for me. This is going to be an unfamiliar place for me, but I'm going to do it no matter what. If you want that big dream to come to fruition, if you want that dream to become into reality, you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone. Don't swim in the shallow waters anymore. I was so excited for my birthday. We went parasailing, and one of my purpose partners, and I'm not going to call her name, but she said, LaQuisha, that this is so hard. But I encouraged her and I pushed her and I said, you know what? You can do this. You can have and be anything you want to do. You can conquer fear. You can look fear in the face and said, you are not going to have me, not in this season. We just started a new second quarter in 2014. And this is not the time to be playing games. Pull out your best gloves, put on your best fighting fingers, and let's get to work. And listen, we went parasailing, and as she was going up, she was holding on, and then we were like waving, congratulating her, cheering her on. Then she did this, and I'm like, yes, 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 she's being free. And as she started to go up even higher, she did this. This means I surrender. This means I'm going to give it my best shot. This means, hey God, you have to hold me up while I'm going up. And the thing is, when you are ready to let go of everything that is holding you back, then you will feel liberated and you will be free from those things. So that's all I'm saying. When you're ready to go into another place, even if it's going to another state or country or city, do that. Don't be afraid. The world is so much big out there for you, and they're waiting for you. There's a person on the side of the other wall. It's waiting for you to just open up the door so that they can walk in. But you are afraid and you're just looking at the door because you want to stay in the land of familiar. You want to stay and hang and have the conversations, the same old conversations you were having 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I've seen it happen all the time. Many people, are holding on to their past and holding on to things that has happened to them when they were a child. But that's all they're talking about. Use your story for somebody else. It's time to, and in the book, The Dream Giver, you will run into a lot of bullies. You will run into a lot of people who say, girl, you can't do that. You're not worthy enough. Ain't no one gonna listen to you. But you have to believe in yourself. Life is going to happen. Things are going to come at you. But you have to stay focused. And this week, that's what I need for you to do. Stay focused and stay focused on that big dream. And you know that dream will come to pass. But you have to be willing to take the hits. The hits are going to come. Take the hits. Remember, people are going to have something to say. But get to a point where it doesn't matter what someone else has to say, especially if it's not helping you to reach closer to your destination. Whose voice are you willing to hear to this week, hear from this week. Is it faith or is it fair? And it's going to take faith, I promise you, to go into the line of unfamiliar, to talk to people that you don't know, to ask questions from people that you don't know. Get in some champion circles. I have a champion circle with my mentor and others, champion sisters, and they are the ones that push and encourage me. And that's the thing, you need to be around some champions. Those champions will be your mentors, your coaches, your advisors, anyone that can help take you to another level. You have to stretch yourself. If you're hanging around people that if you're the smartest one in the group, then you have to change your group. It may be a little intimidating, but guess what? It's going to help you. They're going to correct you. They're going to advise you, because you know what? They have already done the work. So because they have done the work, they can guide you and tell you what's the next step. So in order to get out the ordinary, don't just sit down and wait for another thing. Every Monday, I'm coming to you with a challenge. That champion inside of you is ready to come out. Jonathan Nelson says, champions, champions. That's what you are. Yes, you are a champion. Don't let no one tell you anything else, anything different. But you have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to be in that stillness to see what direction that you need to take. And this week, move from the familiar. I want to hear from you. I want to hear, what is it that you're willing to come out from, so that you can embrace what life has to offer you. And life is so much better and so much fun when you don't know what's going to happen, but you trust and believe that God will have the answers for you when you arrive at that step. As you take one step, believe that the answers will be there. Believe that the people will be there. But you have to be willing to take the step. So until next week, have a great one. Unleash your inner confidence. Unleash your inner champion. And let's connect. Visit my website. And remember, purpose is not a destination. It's a journey. And I want you to take it with me. Come on. See you next week.